Hello, my patients. It's Dr. Sandman, and I'm going to Howe Caverns with my mama. Isn't that right, Mama?
Yippers.
We're excited.
It is right.
So I just wanted to show you this awesome adventure pack that my mom got me for my birthday because she's perfect. So, and yeah, I'm all steampunky today. So this will be a second time to Howe Caverns for both of us. My mother and I both went when we were little kids. Did you go on a school field trip?
I did.
As did I, and it was without a doubt the best field trip of my life, as well as maybe, quite possibly, one of the best days of my life. So let's see how this one turns out.
Best day so far.
Best day so far. We love The Simpsons. Anyway, I love rocks, and I loved rocks like a lot when I was a kid, but now I've developed an appreciation for them and I study them.
Do you still have the pail full of driveway rocks in your room?
I might.
So yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yes, I do. Yeah, when I was a kid, I would borrow. I'd steal little rocks from gravel whenever we went to this koi breeder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy who sold koi fish, because we used to have koi fish. We still have koi fish, but they're different ones. But I would steal the gravel because I'm like, oh, look at this rock. Oh, look at this rock. It's all so shiny. It's all so beautiful. So I'd take it all, and it's like she'd try to stop me and say, oh, they paid for this gravel. I'm like, yeah, why would you pay for rocks? And now I'm in debt buying rocks. So
I'll tell you
I
what,
get it.
When we first moved into the house, we wanted some decorative rocks, and Dad mentioned something about buying. I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm going to pay for a friggin' rock. And now we pay for rocks all the time.
Yep. Of course, I pay for different kinds of rocks now, but I pay for them nonetheless. All right, we are here. Sort of. We get in there. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm so excited.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I don't know why this is here, but it's so cool. Ooh.
I'm just going to have you guys move over to the railing. Water, they say, comes from an unknown source. Nobody's actually gone down in to see where it comes in, but we do know that it's supplied from the creek. I'm just going to have you guys move a little bit to the right. We're just going to get to the middle here. It's not raining. It's raining. And there was a glacier that was sitting on the surface that was about a mile thick. You can see the eye, the nose, the mouth, and the jaw. So you kind of have to use your imaginations a little bit.
I love Godzilla.
Now, right above Godzilla on the ceiling, way up here, is a very large stalactite. Stalactites are one of the 3 calcite formations we're going to be seeing.
Mom, my son. Did you hear that? Someone was like, I see the mouse growing. It's like a plant. I'm like, oh, no.
Wow, raven teeth. Oh, look at this one.
We got cave kisses. It's when the cave drips on you.
I got several of them.
And they're said to be good luck. I got several too. So the cave loves us. Cave kisses, that's so cute.
And then everything else that flows down the wall is called flowstone. Now, calcite in its purest form is a very milky white color. But if you touch it over time, it will stop forming, and it will turn more of a brownish color like this piece next to me.
Just
gorgeous.
I'm gonna die, I'm so happy.
What the hell is she talking about?
So if you guys take a look down below over the railing, right down here we have a very large formation. This is actually our largest stalagmite in the cave, called the Chinese pagoda. It's about 11 feet tall. Now, if this is a stalagmite, what's missing above it?
Stalactite.
Stalactite, very good. That means that the Chinese pagoda did not actually form right here. We found it laying on its side in the stream bed by the Rocky Mountains.
The witch's face. This is also the witch's face.
So we saw the grottos back there, and right up here we have what we like to call the witches of the grottos. So there are 2 witch faces hidden in the rock. The first one you could probably already see with the eyebrow, an eye, a nose, an open mouth with some drool coming out, and a pointed chin. Now to me that looks like a turtle, not a witch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But the second one starts here with a hat that covers the eyes, a pointed nose with a scar, some very crooked teeth, and a squared-off chin.
Oh, I
So that
see
one might be a little harder to see, but whoever found the good answer.
Beautiful. The tiny ones. The little beans.
If you did it once, it probably wouldn't hurt you, but it has a lot of bacteria and minerals.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him there. Did you see him there? No, that goes way back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my heart.
It gets loud. Just gonna move over here to the railing. The other end. Now Henry was once growing long ago, but he grew so big he cut off his water supply alongside here. Calcite needs water to flow over top of it or drip from above. That way it can deposit all of the minerals. So that's why the turtle here is going to stay this size.
Yes. Yes, I did.
I know that you did.
Well, you know what? You're a liar. Don't mean me.
Stalagmite that we like to call the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Right over here we have a stalactite that has a few different names. I like to call it the upside down ice cream cone or the howling wolf. You guys can call it whatever you see. Doesn't really have a set name. And then when you are done, we're going to try to get out of everybody's way.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna cry. Are you talking about living here? Because I'm all about that.
We're just going to stay to our left-hand side alongside the railing here. Grab a spot alongside the railing.
Wait, is this where the mouse
We're going to take a look over it.
There's the mouse.
What is that?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You should see when we get school groups that come through. They're like, oh, there it is. All right, so we are going to be taking a look at a formation right down here. This is what we like to call the eternal spring. Now, unlike the turtle that we saw earlier, this big chunk of calcite here is still forming, and it will continue to form many years from now until many years ago, a little boy and his family came on a tour like all of you are today. This little boy never left his house without his best friend, which was his pet mouse. So he stuck his mouse right in his pocket. They were walking on their tour, got to this spot right here, when the mouse jumped out of the boy's pocket onto the pathway. Standing next to the little boy was a lady who was very afraid of mice. So she screamed a little bit, kicked the mouse off with her foot. He tumbled alongside this rock wall, landed in the very cold water below, hopped up onto this piece of calcite and started to crawl. He crawled all the way up. His body was so cold and so tired. He got to this spot right here when his little body went into a shock, and he shot straight up and froze right there. And he's been hanging around every day since. It's our little stalagmite mouse. And you'll see all of these different colors, and all of those colors represent different mineral impurities that are mixed in. Now this is also where Lester Howe would have taken a break during his early 20s. How many bucks? Stitches? People walking into the closet just about Luckily for us, it doesn't happen all
That's magnificent.
I actually, personally, I got my hand jammed between both of the rocks. So I actually had to get my finger stitched up. Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Pool of peace. Definitely looks peaceful. Yes, I remember seeing this one as well.
Alright, we have what we call the pipe organ. Kind of looks like a pipe organ here. Over here on the right, we have the keyboard. It looks nothing like a keyboard. But it acts as one because there used to be stalactites hanging from here. When Lester Howe came through, he would chip those off and give them to his tours as souvenirs. So back.
Oh my
Thank you. Watch your head to the right.
Watch out.
She's too busy recording.
But it's still moving. It's still flowing.
It's already going.
Yeah. When the water is higher.
Put right up in there.
I can't. You do it.
No, I don't know where to go.
It's right in there.
Raven, are you looking up at all?
Yes, I am.
Hello? Hello? I'm walking, all right? Leave me alone.
$9. So, just left Howe Caverns, and it was the best day of my life.
So far.
So far. Well, one of the best days of my life, I'm sure. But I was so happy, and our tour guide was so nice, and she was funny and cool and everything. And I bought things that I'll show you later, and then we bought crack your own geodes, so I'll probably also show you guys that process when that goes down. So here's the dealio, kids. I didn't film an ending for this video, so that's why I'm not wearing any makeup. Please do not mind my makeupless face, but I did not intend this video to be this long. So I will also have to film an intro for my next video, because I thought they were all going to be one big one, but I realized, no, can't do that. So I will see you in my next video, which will be a haul of everything I bought at Howe Caverns, and if my mother agrees to do it finally, it will, why are these in? I'm not even listening to anything. It will also be showing you the cracking of our geodes, so that'll be really fun. So social media in the description, subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun jazz, and I will see you in my next video.